I do love bread. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Hi, today we're going to talk about the Carbohydrate Addicts diet. We've talked about this before, and you know that I think it's spectacular. But, you know, over the years, I've done a little deep diving, and I have some more information for you. So here's the deal. Over the 9 years since my son was born, and he's exactly 9 this month, I have lost 51 pounds by doing some version of this. I have not been able to stay on it because I am a big fat carbohydrate addict. And if I do the Oprah like, I love bread thing, I'm sorry. I'm naturally sing-songy when I get excited, and you know, bread's the problem. It says right there on the front of the book. So, I don't love bread. I do love bread. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I'm doing the Eddie Izzard thing. So, the Carbohydrate Addicts diet is the diet that got the most attention when I did my diet experiment 5.5 years ago. Those videos have by far gotten the most views and interactions. It is perfect for the people who find keto to be a little too extreme, but you have a lifelong obesity problem that you haven't been able to quite shake off, or you have type 2 diabetes like me. I have been not at all adherent to any eating plan for a while now. You know, I've been fat since I was 5 years old, so it's not easy. When I'm doing this, I am by far the most successful. And since the beginning of the year, I have driven my very out of control, very high blood sugars close to normal range. And it happened in a couple of weeks. So essentially the Carbohydrate Addicts diet, you eat 3 meals a day. You eat 2 complementary meals that are essentially low carb meals, low carb veggies, you know, meats, and even cheese. Cheese is actually required here for 2 meals a day. And for your 3rd meal, you get what they call a reward meal, which is you get to eat whatever you want within an hour. And it keeps you from having that I feel deprived mindset that drives people away from low carb dieting, but it also makes sure that you only eat those foods within a window of time and you eat your plate in balance so that you're getting all the nutrition you need. They also ask you to eat a salad before you tuck into that meal, which helps for satiation purposes, but it also helps for, you know, getting your vegetables in. It helps you, you know, be a good little beaver cleaver of a boy or girl and eat your veggies. So it works. And in my opinion, it works because you're spacing your meals out throughout the day. For my blood sugar, there are 4 or 5 hours between my meals. And it is astonishing what just doing that alone does for my blood sugar. Not to mention, it keeps your intake down. I do count calories. I looked at my maintenance calories and I calculated my maintenance calories using an online calculator, put that into my fitness pal, and I track everything I eat and I try and stay below my maintenance calories because thermodynamics matters. But this eating plan really helps to keep you on track without helping you feel deprived. It's too bad that this plan's been overlooked over the years. The doctors Heller in the early 90s put out the Carbohydrate Addicts diet. They're MDs. One of them is a biochemist, and they figured out why when they were eating carbohydrates, they were constantly hungry. And it has to do with insulin going through the roof to cope with all the carbohydrates you ingest. Plus you have adipose tissue that makes you naturally insulin resistant. And that combination is fire. It's the catalyst that causes obesity in people who have natural insulin resistance or are prone to insulin resistance. The Hellers made the talk show circuit in the 90s, and they really were adorable. They're Disney addicts. They're, you know, just like your average everyday at the time, you know, midlife couple who managed to take off significant amounts of weight doing this themselves. I want people to try it because I really feel like it can be the key to reversing obesity and type 2 diabetes. I'm going to take you guys along with me on a journey to stick to it, stay on it, show you the benefits, show you my successes and failures. And I'm also going to show you some of the stuff I've been cooking and eating. It's not like it was in the 90s. They're not asking you to eat a salad at breakfast. Somebody said that in my comments on my other Carbohydrate Addicts videos, like, I just got tired of eating salad for breakfast. We've really come a long way in terms of what people are eating for breakfast. People eat avocado toast for breakfast. What I've been doing is throwing a big handful of spinach into egg bites that I make in my Instant Pot, and you can get molds for those on Amazon. I'll link those down below too. You can make those in the Instant Pot and it's super easy. And you've got eggs, you've got leafy greens, you've got sausage, you've got whatever you want to put in them, cheese, and they're delicious, and they fit the Carbohydrate Addicts program. It's about getting, a little bit creative with your meals, but you don't even have to be. You can keep it super basic. And there are alternate plans. You really need to get the book. The book, more than any other diet, it's important because you got to do the quiz and see, there's a quiz in the book, and see if it's really going to work for you. And you also need to see the other diet plans, because depending on how much you're losing, you can alter this plan to get slightly more food or add a salad here or there if you need to. There are actually, I think, 4 different ABCD diet plans in this book. And after the first 2 weeks of eating just the basic complimentary meal, reward meal, then you get to go on an A, B, C, or D plan, depending on if you want to maintain or if you're not losing as fast as you want to be, that sort of thing. This was very controversial in its time, but since this book has come out, we now know about metabolic syndrome and PCOS, and the fact that, fat tries to stay put on your body because it acts as its own organ. So we know a lot more than we used to. The criticism of this is that people just shove it in at the reward meal for an hour and then they don't lose weight. And so they altered this plan. Pray they don't alter it further. With a second book called the Carbohydrate Addicts Lifespan Plan that kind of restricts how much you take in a little more. And again, I count calories in conjunction just to make sure that, with my eating habits, I don't just shovel it in. It's definitely worth it. Get the book. Buy it. You can get it dirt cheap because, this was out in 1993. So get the book, read it, do the quiz. And I'm like, do it now. But I want you guys to come along with me for this. And I'm going to check it. I'm going to show you some recipes. I'm going to show you what I've been eating. I'm going to show you some of the results for my blood sugars. You guys, I'm going to turn on, starting Monday, I'm going on vacation too. I'm going to show you how I'm doing on vacation as well. But starting Monday, I'm turning my food logs back public on MyFitnessPal. So come find me. I'm Janie Rock on MyFitnessPal. I am Janie Rock on Instagram. I'm Janie V. Smith on Twitter. Come find me. Join me. Let's see. I'm doing it. I love bread. I'm like that sing-songy Oprah thing. What is that? Like, I can't get it out of my head. Come join me. We're gonna have some fun. Thanks. Bye-bye.